Welcome to DressWithStyle.com. I'm here in Paris with Pierre-Paul Offlin of Talon Rouge in episode 2 of how to antique your shoe. And today we're going to be talking about the two techniques that can be used to antique a shoe. The first one is when we want to change the color of the shoe. If we're not happy with it, if it's too light, we want to go to a darker color, we'll use dye, and then we will polish the shoe with a variety of colors of wax to give the antique. The first step is to remove some of the old wax and polish and coloring from the shoe. And we're going to use some acetone. Make sure and wear plastic gloves when you do this. As a matter of fact, we're going to be using dye, so unless you want your hands to look like you've been eating watermelons your entire life, you'll want to get some good plastic gloves. So we're using acetone to remove a little bit of the old coloring, which we will replace with new coloring. And the reason why we use the acetone is that we're trying to create an effect on the shoe of different colors. That's going to give us the aging look that we're after. Okay, now with a brush, we have our plastic rubber gloves on right now, so we're going to take a brush, and we've prepared a couple different colors of dye to use. We've actually used a combination of brown and red dye, some plain brown, and we are going to go over the shoe now to give it a first layer of color using the brush, and we will be trying to get the toe of the shoe slightly darker than the rest of the shoe. Now once we've applied the first bit of dye, we're going to go back over the shoe again. We're going to let it dry, and we're going to go back over the shoe with the acetone again. So we're going to take off some of the dye we just put on. Once again, we're trying to get different layers of dye in different colors. That's going to give us the depth, and it's going to give us some of the effect. So once we've used the acetone again, we'll go back with the brush, working on the toe of the shoe, working on the rear quarters of the shoe, and as you can see, really painting the shoe, giving an effect on the shoe in different places to give a gradient of color. So we're now 24 hours later, and we are looking at the shoes that we have dyed. The dye has taken and dried. Once we saw that it was a little bit dry, we applied a little bit of wax to it and let the shoes sit for 24 hours or so. And now we're going to give it a good waxing. Now this is part of the process of applying the patine, or antiquing the shoe. In this case, we have changed the color of the shoe, and now we're going to add some depth and luster to the shoe by applying different colors of wax. We're going to start with a Bordeaux that's quite dark, and we'll be applying different shades of wax to the shoe to give it a good protection. Then we'll finish by spit polishing. Yeah, Paul, well, it looks like we have a beautiful pair of shoes now after the dye work has been done, the waxing has been done, and we've applied a spit polish. If you look at the before and after shot, it's pretty remarkable. They're beautifully done, and the owner of those shoes is going to be very, very happy with the result. Thanks once again for taking the time to show us how to do a patine and change the color of our shoes. It's been a great and very informative session. Thank you.
Thank you.